Good afternoon, everybody. I would like to call the meeting of the Finance Committee to order, please. Doug, are there any public speakers?
Yes, sir. We have 5 public speakers today. First on the list would be Jason Pinero, followed by Bradley Brashears.
Good afternoon, committee. Good day for those who rely on subways and Long Island Railroad. That finally, after 3 years, the Freedom Ticket is being considered. I hope that you guys vote in favor of this. That will reduce commute for 2 hours to probably 45 minutes. I couldn't wait for this day to come. And that's all I have to say for this month.
Thank you for that. Next is Bradley Brashears, followed by Trudy Mason.
Good morning, board members. I'm Brad Brashears, and I'm here speaking on behalf of the New York City Transit Riders Council regarding the Atlantic Ticket Field Study, the pilot program to the Council's Freedom Ticket proposal. In 2015, the Transit Riders Council conducted an analysis to establish the number of empty Long Island Railroad seats within the city zone. We found over 10,000 empty seats between Atlantic Terminal and Southeast Queens stations during peak hours. These empty seats generate no MTA revenue and should be priced accordingly. The field study that you will vote on today will have an important and meaningful rider impact, not only by reducing fares, but also reducing extreme 2+ hour commutes down to just 45 minutes. We are talking about parents who have to leave home before their children wake. We are talking about healthcare workers, service industry workers, and those struggling to make ends meet. Our region has some of the longest commute times in the country. This Atlantic Ticket pilot is capable of substantially reducing many of these commutes. It does this by allowing Southeast Queens riders who are far from city subway service to afford taking their closest rail service, the Long Island Railroad, to the subway at a more affordable rate. Financially, Atlantic Ticket riders will transform empty, non-revenue producing seats in an underutilized corridor into income-producing seats. We have worked collaboratively with the MTA since the report's 2015 release and are eager for the pilot program's rollout. We would like to thank Chairman Loda, former Chairman Prendergast, Bob Ferran, Bill Wheeler, and Frederica Cuenca for seeing this proposal through to this vote. And we urge you, the board, to vote in favor of the Atlantic Ticket Field Study. Let's get these seats filled, generate the much-needed revenue, and provide fare and travel time relief for so many outer borough commuters. Thank you.
Thank you for that. Trudy Mason next. Okay, then we have Murray Bowden.
It's nice to be able to stand here and say, wow, boy, has the MTA moved forward nicely. Freddie was surprised when the transit meeting ended so early today. I'm not surprised. It's a result of the efforts of a lot of people. But the most important thing, and pick one item, at the Long Island Railroad Committee meeting, they talked about the fact that all of their trains will shortly be equipped with GPS, which will be able to identify within 10 seconds where they are. They also said they had a working relationship with Waze. It's what I use to get around and tells me where to go. The combination of those two things will tell you where every train is all the time, and essentially there will be no dark areas on Long Island Railroad. All you have to do is say, make it happen. And all of the dark areas disappear. The added advantage is you can tell if anybody's on a track. Any abnormality is there because my car recognizes car in front of me slowing down. Mobileye works on trains too. They use it in Australia where that train runs by itself. So you've made enormous progress. Federal government has recognized that PTC currently is out of state. They've asked for new proposals. You've got it right here. You have the implementation of the next phase of PTC eliminating all dark areas, not only on Long Island Railroad, but north of Poughkeepsie. That's an enormous step forward. You're ahead of the rest of the...
Mr. Bowden, please conclude your remarks.
It's been a pleasure to be here. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I am retiring to the extent that I will not be actively involved. But too many people have asked me, please don't stop coming because you're saying things we can't say. It happened downstairs this morning when I got here early. Somebody came out, I have no idea who they were. Said, please continue to do what you're doing. So I'll do as little of it as I can.
Thank you. Charlton Zula.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for having me. My name is Charlton D'Souza. I live in Queens Village, and I'm one of the people that's going to be impacted by your Freedom Ticket program. So I want to thank the board members. It's a very nice program. However, I work overnight. I work 2 jobs, and there's no trains out of Atlantic Center between 1:42 a.m. in the morning and 5 a.m. So it would be really nice if y'all could let us use the new ticket at Penn Station overnight. That would be a great help to us. Also, I'm concerned about the card stock of the ticket. I hope it's going to be a plastic Metro card. Otherwise, it's going to get stuck in the fare box machine. So that's something you guys want to consider. Also, y'all could have added service to Hunters Point Avenue during rush hours, like y'all did in the summer. That was a wonderful thing. So I hope that y'all will consider Hunters Point, and you guys can do it today. You guys are the board members, so y'all can add an amendment or make a change. And also, we need another vending machine at the Queens Village station. I also spoke to the president of the railroad about this, because sometimes the machine breaks down, so that creates a burden for people. And for the people that are not going to be using the new Freedom Ticket, I would suggest to the board members to please add some more Q60 bus service on Queens Boulevard, because it takes me like 3 hours to commute at night, and the trains break down. There's homeless people. I'm actually working on a bedbug bill right now up in Albany that would require the MTA to notify passengers.
Please conclude your remarks, sir.
Via the website if they find a bed bug. But I want to thank Andrew Albert for his hard work and the PAC. They did a wonderful job for us. Thank you so much. I hope you will consider this new program. Thank you.
Thank you. Is Trudy Mason here? She would be our last public speaker. No, so that concludes our public speakers today.
Thank you, Doug. Just for the record, I know that we got an early start, and there might be some speakers that thought we were going to start at 12:45. We'll make sure that whoever gets here, if we're still meeting, we'll let them have a few minutes to speak, or we'll make sure that their comments get on the public record. So I'd like to move to get the approval for the April 23rd minutes. May I have a motion? Second? All those in favor? Any opposed?
Okay, moving to MTA HQ and all agency items. There's one action item, the Atlantic Ticket Field Study. And the staff summary on page 28 is requesting board approval to conduct the Atlantic Ticket Field Study. During this study, the MTA will lower the cost of travel on the Long Island Railroad to Atlantic Terminal from select New York City stations. The field study is designed to study the impacts of these lower railroad fares on customer travel choices, utilization of available capacity, and impacts on operations. Due to the lowered railroad fares and potential time savings and convenience, some New York City Transit customers may switch modes from subway and bus to the LIRR. Additionally, due to the introduction of a price differential between Penn Station and Atlantic Terminal, Some existing LIRR customers may switch destinations. The field study may provide insight into travel dynamics and inform future planning and operations. We'd also like to acknowledge the work of the New York City Transit Riders Council that contributed to this field study.
Any questions? Do I have a motion? Second? All those in favor? Opposed?
Can I just thank everybody for sticking to this and putting this into effect? I think it's going to bring the MTA a lot of goodwill. It's going to bring riders a lot of new options, and I think it's going to fill empty seats with revenue, which we can certainly use. So thank you all for this.
You're welcome.
For New York City Transit and MTA bus operations, there's a request to approve $45.5 million for the purchase of 53 low-floor, 60-foot articulated diesel buses and related items.
Albert.
Yes, we've heard President Byford and Darrell Irick both say we're moving towards, an all-electric fleet. So when was the decision made to buy 53 more diesel buses? I mean, is it because the Arctic, the electric Arctics are not fully proven yet? Is that why we're doing that?
I see Steve Plachaki's
I
gonna
do
join
see
us.
him. Yep.
I'm sorry, just repeat that.
Yeah, we've heard both Andy and Darrell say that we're moving towards an all-electric fleet of buses, and I'm wondering when the decision was made to buy 53 more diesels. Is it because the electric Arctics are not proven yet?
Yeah, I mean, we're still in the process of testing them, although we're leaning in a little further and a little bit more aggressively in terms of when we buy the electric buses. But yes, they're not ready for this type of application at this point. But we are absolutely moving forward on the electric front.
Thank you.
Motion? Second? All those in favor? Opposed? Are there any speakers out there that missed the beginning of the public speaking portion that want to speak now? None? Okay. Okay.
Good morning. I came on the number 6, which is always late and slow and whatever. So, but anyway, my name is Trudy Mason. I am a member of the New York City Transit Riders Council. I also used to work here a long time ago, where I was Director of Public Affairs and Government and Community Relations and ran these meetings. But anyway, I am here today to speak about what we call the Freedom Ticket, what you call the Atlantic Ticket Field Study. But it's been going on for many years, many years, I think since I was here. And then it became a project of the New York City Transit Riders Council, I believe about 15 years ago. I will say very briefly that you very rarely have something here especially that is a win-win proposition. It's a win for the MTA and New York City Transit. It is a win for the Long Island Railroad, and it is a win for all of our customers, all of our passengers. And basically what it does is to use underutilized commuter rail lines, especially those that go into Southeast Queens on the Long Island Railroad. And it also enables a transit desert to have public transportation on commuter rail lines. And by making a ticket that they can afford, it also puts more money in their pockets and puts more money in our pockets. I understand that you've already had some speakers on this, so I won't go into a lot of details, but just to say that representing our customers, representing the riders, and also the city of New York, I will just say that this is something that you should look on. And there was a former pilot program for the Freedom Ticket. This is a new pilot program just concentrating on Southeast Queens. I can suggest or even appeal to all of you to pass this and then let the pilot study become something that is permanent. It is something that we will all win. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Can I have a motion to adjourn? I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Good afternoon. I'm Christopher Greif, also a member of the Transit Riders Council and also a member of Other Hats with American Disability Act. One thing I agree with Ms. Mason also, we need to support this strongly with the Freedom Ticket or the Atlantic Ticket. It is very important because our future seniors, disabled, and our future children need to get easy access from Brooklyn to Queens and South Jamaica, Queens as well. It is very important that our community needs to get easy access for accessibility. It is a concern because customers who want to go to Queens or who works in Brooklyn who does deal with people with disability. We have care workers and MSC workers and all people who works in different agencies, hospitals, and all places. It is another way of access to depressure down the E train, depressure down the J train. It will get easy access faster for people who want to get to a certain point from A to B. I ask all of you, and I know Andrew will vouch with me also, we need to do this, we need the Freedom Ticket as soon as possible and get the customers to get where they have to go an easy rate. And money goes to you, money goes to them, and ways of accessing transportation, including with the new MetroCard in the near future. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. I will try this one more time. Motion to adjourn. Second. All those in favor? Thank you.